everybody, thanks for watching. You're looking at an Aquaculture LED aquarium starter kit. This is a 10-gallon kit that we picked up at the big box store for a really good price of $30. It's kind of a basic kit for 2018, 2019. Not a lot of frills. You do have to buy some extra things to fill out the kit. But what it does have, we're going to show you today. First thing you get with this kit is the filter assembly. Internal filter, and it was in this box, but I pulled it out to put in the existing aquarium who had a failure. That's the aquarium that you see off to the right. That's filtration system failed, so I pulled this new one out and did that while I was doing a setup video. So we'll look at that a little bit later. Let's see what else is in here. Couple styrofoam pieces. This is your LED light kit that goes on the cover or the hood. Also in here looks like let's just check it out. So those are your LEDs, and then you got some AquaSafe, some tropical food, and then directions, warranty, that sort of thing, how to set up your aquarium. But that's what we're going to do today, is we're going to show you how to set it up. Here is the low profile cover with a hole in the back to hold your filter and stuff. Another one over here probably for a heater. That's for the cord to go in without making the top sit at a skewed angle. And a little feeder hole. On the bottom you see little spots to clip your LEDs in, and a little wire guide so you don't have wires dangling near your water. Thought of everything in this one. Pretty neat. Alright, be careful with this one. And then the final one is just the aquarium itself. 10 gallons. Dimensions on it are 10 inches high, actually 12 inches high, 10 inches deep, and about 20 inches wide. This does fit under your standard kitchen hanging cupboard, so that's where we're going to put ours. That's where we've always had it for at least the last 5 years. So that's everything that comes with this 10-gallon starter kit. The things you're going to want to buy, depending on where you live, are a heater, and then you're going to want to decorate this. So you're going to want to get some sort of gravel for the bottom, and maybe a background piece just to give it a little more decor. Before I push it all the way back, we've got a generic background we picked up at the pet section of a big store. It just makes the back look nice. You can do it like that. I'm just going to tape it in place with some painter's tape, some blue painter's tape, to try to get it flat. Okay, we've got the gravel in place. The gravel does a couple things. Number one, it looks sharp. It looks nice, especially with this kind of color scheme underneath the LED lights. Secondly, it's going to give you a place to anchor your faux plants, your plastic or rubber plants. It'll hide their bases, and you can kind of hold them down with the gravel. And the third thing it does, it provides kind of a storage area or a trap for any fish debris, any kind of excrement or scales that may fall off. It goes down there, and you can vacuum it up with your little water vacuum on your monthly cleaning. I might add a little bit more to the gravel on the bottom there, but it's actually in this aquarium down here that we're going to scavenge the rest of it. We probably have another 3 pounds in there just to make that a little more thick. But right now I'm going to add the water, 3 gallons of water. So I push this back into this place because I don't want to move the aquarium once it's heavy. That puts too much stress on its joints, on its seams. So I'm going to go fast time and put the water in there, at least the first 3 gallons, and then I'm going to fill up another 3 gallons to let that get back to room temperature. So it's not a real rapid process, but you want to be slow and deliberate to be as least stressful as you can for your fish. Now that you have a little bit of water in there, it's a good time to add some of your fake plants, some of your false plants. It's also a good time to put in the filter. This is the filter system that comes with the Aquaculture 10-gallon starter aquarium. What you'd have to do is put the filter cartridge with the charcoal in there, as well as just the massive foam particulate screen in front. These go in there. There's a pump on the bottom of this that pumps water up through there and forces the water through the charcoal filter and then through the particulate filter, and then it cascades down into the water, and it also aerates the aquarium. So it comes with a hook to go on the back, as well as a suction cup to hold it in place. But with this model, you need to make sure you put it where the hole is for the top. So I'm going to place this up here to get an idea. All right, it's going to have to go in the right half. I'll go over there and put it in. I'll slide it out a tiny bit. And you can see that background hides the cord behind it. And I'll use some plants to hide this in the front. And that looks pretty good. That'll work. There we go. And I've cleaned these existing plants from the other aquarium, and I'm just going to put them in place here. I'm going to add another 3 gallons of water that have sat for a while to bring this up to 6 gallons of water, about 40 pounds or so. So that I won't move it again after this. So I'm just doing some fine tuning of this, the positioning. And let's add the water. Okay, we've got 6 gallons in the tank now. The water is not conditioned, it's just tap water, but it is natural tap water, and it's tested real safe and positive for us to drink. Not too harmful for the fish. But I want to put the heater in. We live in a northern climate, so we do need a heater. This is a Tetra HT 2 to 15 heater. It is for tanks 2 gallons to 15 gallons, and it has an internal thermostat that will maintain the water at a nice 78-degree temperature. And there should be a little LED in here that tells you when this thing is operating. It's submersible, of course. I'm going to hide it out in the corner over there by the water filter, and we'll plug this in. Moving right along, I just installed the heater. It's just a little HT 215, good for 2 gallons up to 15-gallon tanks. It's already plugged in, and now I want to condition the water. We've got 6 gallons out of the 10 gallons in there. I'm going to plug in the water circulator / filter, because as I put in this little Tetra AquaSafe, let's see, we are going to use how much of it? 5 milliliters for every 10 gallons, and they give us 15 milliliters. So I'm going to measure out 5 of these. I'll use one of the kids' medicine cups, and we'll start the filter and let it circulate. Okay, just going to tear this open. Okay, that ran out quick. We got about 5 in here, so I'm going to go around and plug it in and push this in. Plug it in. Okay, I'm going to take this off the tripod because I want to show you this. It's really evident from this perspective when you got about 4 inches between the top of the water and the cascade, how much this filter actually aerates the water too. So you don't need a separate air source unless you want some sort of air effect like a pump with some cool little gadget to look at. This will clean this aquarium in about an hour, get it really clean. Got a little floaties right now just from me rinsing things off. but that's an impressive aeration. So this filter that comes with the Tetra kit, the Tetra 2101 internal filter, is a pretty nice little gadget. While the aquarium water heats up with that heater, we can go ahead and put together the light, the LED light portion of the cover. So here's the cover. I'm going to flip it over and you can see the guides again to hold the lights. This just comes in a separate little bag. Get a little scissors to open it up. And some pretty thin wiring. A little bread tie here to hold it together. Impatient today. There we go. I'm going to plug this in to show you the lights. It's plugged in. Nice, brilliant white light. Now these just snap into place or slide into place in series. We'll slide this one. You hit it click and then we'll push it forward. There we go, double click. Same thing with this one. I'm going to come from this angle. You don't want to break these tabs. There we go. Let's turn it on again. Super bright white LEDs. And then we're going to go ahead and feed this cord. Plug it now through this wire channel. And that'll come through this cord guide right there to take it out. And now it's ready to put on. Let's dry fit on the aquarium and see how it's going to look. Plugged in, let's turn it on. Very clean, very clear looking tank. That's what I like. We've got about 2 gallons to add. I'm going to come back in about another hour, check the temperature with a gauge I have, and then add the fish. The water should be heating up fine, but to make sure, I'm going to add this old school aquarium floating thermometer. This is made by Aquaculture, the same brand that put together this aquarium, or at least distributes it. Pretty simple to use. It floats. It can just bob around the aquarium, but if you want to look in a consistent spot, it does come with this suction. And I had this out in the back garage, so it's probably pretty cold right now, but if you look, let's focus. Let's get it to focus. Here we go. The red on the bottom, there we go. See how thick it is? Creeping up towards 60 degrees. We want to get it up towards that 70, and I've got my fingers on the mercury right now, so it should be climbing pretty fast. There it is. 70 degrees. I'm going to go stick this in the side under the water so we can have an accurate temperature gauge. There we go. That is installed, and that's fine. Since we're adding water to a freshly assembled aquarium, I want to make sure the temperature is good. We're going to go ahead and add the last gallon of water now too. Okay, good news. The water is at 72 degrees. We're in the green zone. Let's turn off the light so you can see it. The water has been conditioned for a couple hours, so I'm going to go ahead and add my fish, and they're going to be happy to be in their new, big, clean, fresh home.